People really want to be successful. But what is more ironical is that a lot of people are not in a position of analyzing what they have to sacrifice. You have to understand, for you to be really so freaking successful in life, you have to make sacrifices. As a matter of fact, people really want to be successful. If you are asked right now, what do you want in life? Like, if someone just brought you your dream car and all this stuff, you'll be so freaking happy simply because you want it. Really, that is the same reason as to why you go out there and just admire everybody's beautiful mansions, beautiful cars, and all this. You are amazed when you see people achieve success in their lives simply because you want it for yourself. But what is more ironical is that a lot of people are not in a position of analyzing what they have to sacrifice. And that is why in this video, I'm going to tackle on 11 things that you have to sacrifice. And as well, stick until the end simply because I have a bonus tip for you, which will definitely change the way you think about this game. We just have to be rich. It's not a matter of saying, man. It's not a matter of living in dreams, because a lot of people live in dream world. They're just dreaming one day, one day, God, they go to church and just pray God one day. And they're never in a position of setting goals. They're just dreaming. We don't live in goals anymore. We don't live in dreams, We have to go to the goals, which are achievable. The goals, the tiny things that are slowly achievable with time. These are the ones which will bring the results in the end. And if you are not in a position of just racking up such kind of progress, then I don't even know how you are going to be successful. You have to understand, for you to be really so freaking successful in life, you have to make sacrifices, of which the first one that rolls as a quick interruption here for you. Shout out to Alma Assistance for making us these dope t-shirts. And if you want your piece, you can drop me a message. There's a link in the description. For this list is family. You have to understand, as young as you are, if you're in your 20s, this is your time to build your massive financial freedom no matter what. You don't have time to marry, you don't have time to date, you don't have shit. A lot of young men fail here simply because whenever you fall in a relationship, you just love someone, you both have children and just set up a family, your dreams are fucked. Why? Simply because your first child will be your first priority. Every now and then, you'll forget, every other thing will fall behind, and you'll just forget about every other shit. And every money that comes in, it will be going out through their guts. That is all it is. You just have to be in a position of understanding. If you really want to be successful, it will take a lot of focus, a lot of determination, a lot of attention, of which you can't afford to spare if you have a family. And that is why you have to set off your family in your elder, like in your late 20s or even in your 30s. That is what it is. Otherwise, if you spend your 20s focusing on family, laying up, foundations to do for your family and all this, having children, it's done. You are stuck in the rat race for the rest of your life, because you'll be just waking up every day just to feed the mouths of those people who are looking up on you in the meantime. Yet you would have taken all that time and just build up massive success so that in the near future you can be in a position of building that family and just be in a position of supplying for them without struggle. That is all it is. That is the definite first thing that you have to sacrifice. The next thing is health. You have to understand, if you really want to be successful, there's no time to sleep. Elon Musk doesn't sleep like 6 hours, like a lot of us. The successful people really understand that if you really want to achieve that thing that you have to achieve, By the way, a huge announcement. I just launched my book that is Unravel the Edges of Masculinity. It's a freaking dope book, man. This book is freaking badass. You can get a copy going for 700 Kenya shillings only, and you can get the copy from anywhere you are at here in Kenya. So be in a position of dropping me a message on IG. There are links in the bio, and as well there are links in the video description. And also a huge shout out to Ink Pen Publishers for just being in a position of helping us achieve that dream of publishing that book and just printing it out. So grab your copy today. You have to spend all of your time on doing it. You have to suspend everything that is taking up cost from you. You have to suspend everything that is destroying your hours and all this. You have to do away with a lot of sleep, because if you don't, if you're not in a position of sacrificing your health and just go for that dream until you achieve it, then you use that money that you get to regain back your strength again, then you can never be in a position of doing it. You just focus on your health in the meantime. You invest all of your money that you would have used to save you from the freaking matrix. You will eat so healthy. You just be good. Like, you be treating yourself on the weekends and all this shit. And at the end of it all, you will spend the rest of your 30 freaking years or 70 freaking years chasing that money to just feed yourself. That is what it is. It's a matter of sacrificing just freaking now, man. Just now. And just understand, if I don't sacrifice, then it's freaking done for me. It's freaking done. The little money that I get won't save me, simply because I'm spending all of it on eating. I'm spending all of it, I don't know on what. I'm spending all of my time sleeping, saying that the doctor said you have to sleep 12 hours. That is what it is. The other thing is hobbies. You have to understand, your hobbies need attention, they need time. Sometimes they even need your resources, I don't know, playing golf, things like those that you really love to do, and all these things you enjoy doing, you just love doing it, those are the very things that you have to sacrifice, no matter what it takes, because that means the hobby is taking up your time, your money, and your energy that you would have used to save yourself from the matrix itself. This way, you are suspending your time on achieving that thing that you have to achieve, on achieving that dream. You are using your hobbies. Your hobbies are just destroying you directly. They are destroying your dreams so freaking quick, because they are sucking up your energies, of which, if you really want to be rich, really freaking rich, you have to sacrifice this stuff. That is all it is. You just have to be in a position of running that. The other thing that you have to sacrifice is your friends. Your friends. Bro, on your path to the top, you need to have the least number of friends that are around you. Like, they just have to be so freaking few. Otherwise, you won't be in a position of elevating so quick, simply because a lot of people that we are surrounding ourselves with are the ones who are not pushing us ahead. That is just the fact. That is how it is. A lot of people are in a position of associating with people who are not pushing them hard in any way, People who are not telling them that we have to be rich, we have to do this, we have to do that, They're surrounding themselves with people who are not grinding themselves. And that is why a lot of people will end up being a failure. Simply because they surrounded themselves with people who are not successful, who are not thinking about becoming successful or anything, who are not thinking about achieving the goal, who are just living in their dreams and just wasting time. You have to sacrifice your friends. Sacrifice all those people who don't add any value to your life. It's all about quality over quantity. You might have 100 friends, of which all of them are draining from you, but you might have just 2 friends, of which they are they're just putting on you, man. Like they're just pushing you ahead. People who you are walking on the same path, people who you are like gliding together. You get me? So you just have to be in a position of sacrificing people who are not supportive to you, and then adding up on people who will push you ahead to that freaking success. The other thing that you have to really sacrifice is time. You know, during the day, we have 24 hours, each and every one of us. And these 24 hours are further divided into hours. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and all this. And these hours are finally divided into minutes. And you have to understand, every minute that you spend here on earth is either accounting for your success or for your failure. That is just what it is. If you are spending 1 minute of your time or even 1 hour of your time to just watch TikTok and scroll bullshit without doing anything, that means that you are taking off from your success and you're pushing ahead your point at which you are going to become successful. That is all it is. You have to sacrifice all these things that are not just helping you. These things that are not helping you in any way, because as a matter of fact, time will pass anyways. Time will just pass. It will keep on moving. It will keep on going. And if you're not in a position of just stepping up every freaking day and just going after it, then guess what? It will still go, and you will be either losing or gaining. Either way, time is moving. That is all it is. Sacrifice your time, and that is the only way you have to be. You will achieve what you want to achieve in life, simply because the time is the one that builds the momentum. It builds the compounding effect. Because if you don't leverage on that, then you can never be successful. If you don't put in time for what needs to be done, you can never be successful. The other thing is happiness. Happiness. A lot of people are focused on, I want to be happy, I want to have a happy family, I don't know all this stuff. You have to understand, on your path to the top, if you really want to be the best in your family, if you want to be successful in your family, you have to understand the definition of happiness will destroy what you really want in life. It will definitely destroy that, simply because happiness comes when we indulge in some things that make us feel appreciated, or some kind of sort shit and all this shit, and this kind of the actively chasing of happiness, it takes attention, time, and everything, of which, if you really want to be successful, you don't have time to spare on that. If you have time to spare on your happiness and all this shit, you are not working. That means you won't be in a position of achieving it. You have to sacrifice it so freaking hard, in such a way that everybody else in your circle is like, damn, this dude is freaking killing it, man. If you don't, there is no way you're gonna achieve what you want. The other thing is sleep. You know, Wes Watson says, you sleep like you are rich, but they sleep like they are poor. They wake up like they are poor, man. That is what it is. Stop listening to this freaking weirdo doctors telling you have to sleep 6 hours, you have to sleep 8 hours. I don't know what. You have to understand, you have to minimize your sleep as much as possible. Then the time that you build from not sleeping as much as possible, you direct it to building that dream that you have in life. That is where a lot of people fail. They are not in a position of sacrificing their sleep. Like, saa tatu ishafika, shazima bana, naona anything, unaamka saa mbili. What the heck is that? What do you want to build with that now? Don't you have a freaking dream, eh? You have to understand, if you are still broke, if you're still freaking a freaking weirdo. You don't have anything. Women cannot be attracted to you. Like, you don't have shit. You are not driving and all this stuff. You have to understand, sleep is one of the things that have to go. Sleep like 4 hours. 4 hours are enough to refresh. That is what you need. Then wake up. Work your face off like crazy until you get where you want to be. That is what it is. Otherwise, if you don't sacrifice your sleep, then there is no way. There's no way you're going to achieve whatever you want to achieve, simply because you won't have an extra time to work when other people are sleeping. You won't be at a tactical advantage of those people who are sleeping tight, you know. You will be just like everybody else, and you will be just on the path of losing, and you won't achieve your dreams. Another thing that you have to just sacrifice is your entertainment. You know, entertainment actually takes your time, it takes your resources, you know, technically speaking. It takes your money, it takes your time, it takes your everything. That means you won't be in a position of investing in whatever you have to invest in so that you get successful. You won't have time to invest in your businesses. You won't have time to invest in stock markets and all this stuff. You will have time to buy that offer, that TV. I don't know, to subscribe on, I don't know, Netflix shit. Watching, like, what the fuck? You're just going in the cycle of seeking happiness again, you know, seeking comfort. And this way, you're destroying yourself slowly by slowly. And you won't end up achieving anything. You won't, like, honestly speaking, you cannot achieve anything when you are comfortable, when you are being entertained by shit that you don't need. Especially when you are broke, man. Like, I mean, when you are from a poor background, you don't have anything, you haven't yet achieved anything. That is one of the things that you have to sacrifice like crazy. You don't have time to be entertained by shit. That is what it is. The other thing is, what you have to sacrifice is stability. There's nothing like stability on this earth. As long as you are going to the top, there's nothing like stability. Let no one lie to you that this life will be stable. You need to stabilize, I don't know, stabilize this and that. There's no shit. The more you get higher, the more shit comes, man. Life will give you the direct opposite of what you already have. That is what it is. If you have happiness, at the end it will give you pain, man. If you have poverty, at the end, if you work your freaking face off, you embrace that pain, it will give you happiness in the end. You know, that is just how life works. So let no one tell you that you can be in a position of equilibrium whereby you are experiencing happiness and yet you are experiencing no. There's nothing like that. They can never coexist. You have to experience one at a time. That is what it is. All the entertainment shit, they have to go if you really want to be successful. And this is for people who really want to be successful, actually. Entertainment has to go. You don't have time, you don't have resources to invest in such kind of things, especially when you are growing up, especially when you are rising up to who you want to be. And that is what it is. You have to keep that in mind. The other thing is comfort. The comfort that you have, the cool sofa set that you think you want to buy, the 10K sofa set, you know, the full HD screen that you want to buy, the TV, you know, the cool mat, all this stuff. Like, I mean, if you really want to be successful and you're building something big, a business, a massive freaking empire that you want to build, then you don't have time to waste all these resources on such kind of comfort because you don't technically need it. It is just eroding what you have to build, you know. It is just eroding your dream. You have to just open your eyes and just see that this comfort that I'm pursuing so hard is destroying me in one way or another, you know. And that is why most people are not in a position of achieving it. That is why most people won't won't get whatever they want. They won't. Why? Simply because they are constantly seeking comfort. They are constantly investing on comfort, buying the next iPhone. I don't know what. It will destroy you. It will destroy your dream, and you will never become rich simply because you're not directing your resources to what you have to do. And that is the enemy of becoming rich. Your resources must be concentrated on fucking one thing that you really want. Otherwise, if they are not, then you cannot be in a position of getting it. We have come to the end of this video, but I told you there is a freaking bonus point that I really wanted to share with you. The other final thing that you have to really sacrifice is immediate gratification. Like the cheap dopamine stuff, the pornography, I don't know, the movies, the cup of booze and all this shit, the keg, the weed that you smoke, all these tiny things that make you feel good for some moment, the fornication and all this shit. All this stuff, you have to sacrifice them. Things that are giving you a burst of dopamines, and then at the end of it all, you end up being guilty. You have to sacrifice everything. The scrolling of social media and laughing and seeing women juggling their tits like freaking weirdos. You are a man. You have to sacrifice this shit. You have to do what you are supposed to do. Sacrifice that immediate chasing of happiness, It is a cycle, and if you get in that cycle, it's so freaking detrimental, man. You don't want to be in that. You people, we came to the end of this video, and if you stuck all this wrong, it's freaking amazing to have you around. We have to be rich, and we have to be successful, whatever it freaking takes. There's no reason of existing here on earth if you're not going to achieve what you want. There's no freaking reason. That is what it is. We go to the top, whatever it takes. Adios.